What's going on, YouTubers? Welcome to another video. I just got Monster Hunter. Have any of you played this game? Is it any good? Because I kind of run out of newer games to play, so I got to play some older games or replay some games, so I'm trying this one out. I also got Yakuza. If they're not any good, I'll probably just replay either God of War or Tomb Raider. Out of nowhere, I decided to buy another silicone bust. Alexa, turn on Man Cave. So, a buddy of mine on Instagram just bought Queen Studios' Tom Holland Spider-Man bust. And I had passed on this one. I actually had the opportunity to buy the original prototype, but I passed. Originally when Queen was going to Las Vegas, they told me I could buy the Loki prototype, that bust. And I rented a van, I got a hotel, I was super excited. I was going to get Loki like 8 months early and the prototype. And last minute, they canceled on me. They said, sorry, we need this for a Thailand event. I was like, really? After all that? And they didn't seem to care, which made me really dislike Queen Studios as a company. But then they offered me the Tom Holland bust, but they wouldn't give me any type of discount. They wanted me to pay basically $4,000. And I mean, maybe it's just photos, but I don't know. I just don't feel like Tom Holland's worth $4,000, and that's the big reason I passed. Cause he was pretty much like the cheapest you would see. It's like $3,500, which is a lot of money, folks. It's a lot of money for a silicone bust, especially when I forked out $4,000 for each of those four. But, and I have this Spider-Man, which I've always loved. I've always liked this Spider-Man. It has like a unique twisting pose base. It's not super space hog, has cool light up, and it's the masked Spider-Man. But a buddy of mine just got the Tom Holland bust for $1,800 shipped on eBay. He says he was very skeptical, thought it might be a scam or a recast, but they ended up shipping it basically, like FedEx Express got it within a week. And he's like, dude, this is legit. It's because this guy owns a bunch of Queen Studio busts. He sent me a bunch of photos. It looks same as like Art Statue Collector's Review or, Mike's. And so, the guy had 4 in stock and, well, there was only 2 left when I bought it. And then when I told everyone in my Facebook group, another person picked up the final one, but I did buy it. I was like, dude, $1,800, that's like half cost. With tax, it's like $1,930. Stupid Utah tax. But $1,930 shipped for a Tom Holland silicone bust. Now, that bust is about as tall as him. It's pretty tall, but it should go great. I'm going to move Hulk. I'm either going to do Hulk where Captain Marvel is and do Captain Marvel and Spider-Man, or just move Hulk to the left. I still kind of want to move Captain Marvel. Just the angle her bust is, I feel like maybe she should go right here. I mean, I like having Black Widow there, but I was also thinking of pairing, like maybe I could do Hulk, Black Widow, and then the Tom Holland bust, all 3 silicones together. But we got to move that Spider-Man bust. I'm not going to sell it because I love that Spider-Man bust. It's not a big space hog. It's a masked version, which I definitely want that. It is obviously the same costume, but it's a different pose. And the base is significantly better on the new one. That base is my worst base of all my Marvel busts. Well, the Black Widow base, actually. But of all the Queen busts, that is easily the worst base of them all. It's terrible. It basically just has it's better than no base, but it's still not a good base. Every other base is significantly better. And the Tom Holland base looks fantastic. I would say it is about on equal of those 4. I kind of consider it similar to these in terms of level. Like Mike told me it's just as good as Loki and Doctor Strange and better than Thor. Now, I really like Thor. I think I like Thor more than Mike does. I really like that Thor. But he says it's basically perfect. And he puts his down low and he says it looks good down low because he's looking straight, not down. In a perfect world, I'd put it where Hulkbuster is, remove that Spider-Man, do Venom under Spidey, and move Captain Marvel over. But I don't have anywhere else to put that Hulkbuster. We've already made plans to where it was previously, and I really do like it up top. But I actually would, love to put the Tom Holland bust right where Hulkbuster is, but like I said, there's just no way for me to, you know, move that Hulkbuster anywhere else within this room. Unless you put it in a different room, Like, the only other spot I could even potentially think of is where we got Predator 1/3. Like, if you just threw Hulkbuster in that room, as just like, because, it has Transformers, he's a robot in essence. It theoretically could work. And it's the exact same shelf, actually, that shelf. So it would fit, and then you'd have to do Mark 43 behind it. But I also want to save that space for, like, Saruman bust, or somehow if I could fit Cave Troll in there. You know what I mean? I don't really want to move a Marvel in there. So we're not going to consider that. We're just going to leave Hulk there. But we're going to put Spider-Man definitely at least right there. And I might switcheroo these two so you could get Iron Man next to Spider-Man, just because, like, he was his mentor. And I feel like they would pair good together. And then next to Spider-Man, let's think who else he dealt with. He obviously was on this team, so he was with Vision and Black Panther, and technically Black Widow. He didn't interact too much with Hulk in the movie, but I know he does in the comics. Captain Marvel did interact with him in Endgame when he gave the gauntlet to him, or he gave it to her. So I feel like I might just do, I don't know, maybe I should do Captain Marvel, Hulk under Hulkbuster, and Spidey there. Because I do like to pair stuff, like that. But we do have to move this, which does obviously create space problems. Now, there's only two places I can think of that would work good for Spider-Man. Here's what I'm thinking. So I could remove that and put Spider-Man bust there. Then you'd have to find a new spot for the Infinity Gauntlet. If I could somehow fit it between the two busts there, Captain Marvel is not as big as Hulk. So if we move Hulk over there and do Captain Marvel and Spidey, I might be able to fit the Infinity Gauntlet between the two. That is one option. Because I know if I moved Hulk there into Captain Marvel there, I could definitely fit an Infinity Gauntlet between them. Kind of similar to that, how I did two busts within a gauntlet. The idea would be two busts with a gauntlet in the middle, and then I'd have space for Spider-Man bust here. Now, I theoretically could put the Tom Holland bust over here, but I kind of want it in the main display, if you know what I mean. But I was also even thinking, what if we took that to that, put it in here, and took these and put them in here with the bust, like Venom bust and Venom, Spider-Man bust, and then basically took this whole display and put it in here. This is a 60-inch wide garage shelf, which is basically about as much space from Spider-Man here. And I'd move these two to the left, so like all the good guys, then Thanos. That could work, I think it might even look a little bit better. The only annoying thing is that Venom bust is extremely tight right here, just because this is a 20-inch depth, that's 24, so it's more spacious here. But it does fit here. I've done it before. Like, it will fit, it's just tight. Where right there, it's a little bit more free. Now, I could just keep Venom here and just do Spider-Man there. There's definitely some options. Now, I could also, theoretically, do right here my two Spider-Man 1/4 with Spider-Man bust. And then that would free this space up. I'd love to actually just do Thanos with Gauntlet right here. And then that means you'd need to move Black Widow and those two. You'd get that spot. You could fit technically two, but that wouldn't look good. Sometimes you really just got to think things out. I wouldn't mind my two Spider-Mans with the bust in the middle. I think that'd look really cool. It'd probably work better right here and then Venom there. But I do like having the three Avenger villains together. I think that looks really cool. And that does require a 48-inch wide garage shelf. I don't think I could fit it on a 36. Yeah, I think if anything, you move all this from Spider-Man to Thor right here. I mean, you could keep that Spider-Man and pair that one with the bust, since technically that is the Iron Spidey. You know, I've always kind of paired that one with it, but you could pair Iron Spidey with the Spider-Man bust. And then you'd basically need to display Black Widow to Thor where Venom is at. You know, you do... I mean, you might have to get a little tricky just because that does take up more space. That's what I'm kind of thinking. You know, you'd have to push Spidey back and do Black Widow right there. And then, like, the Trinity and then Thanos. Now, I'd kind of want to switch these around so you do Loki and other Thanos right here. So the two Thanoses would be next to each other so it transitions better. Now, another way to do that actually is you could do all the villains right here. So these three with that Thanos, and then the good guys on the left. That actually could work good. So you do Spider-Man. Oh, wait, look, think about it this way. Okay, so Iron Spidey bust with either of my Spider-Mans. You could do Iron Spidey or the No Way Home. Let's just say No Way Home. And then right there, you do Iron Spidey with Widow, Trinity, so all that would fit in there. It would basically be kind of like this right there. And then the Trinity, and then it'd go Thanos right there, still next to the Trinity, and then the remaining Avengers. So the two Thanoses would be next to each other. This is kind of a transition of the 4 Avenger movies. That could actually work good. You know, and then you'd still get that whole, you know, Spider-Man, Spider-Man bust, Spider-Man. And then Venom 1/4, Venom bust. That actually could work good. And then we have to fit the Infinity Gauntlet over here, meaning Hulk is a wide bust, so it'd be best to put him under Hulkbuster and then do Spider-Man with Captain Marvel. Or if we don't do Captain Marvel, Black Widow's not very big, so you could probably fit her with the Infinity Gauntlet. Of course, you got to move the Star-Lord helmet. But that could work pretty good, actually. I'm still kind of leaning of Captain Marvel, though. You know, I think if you angle them each a little bit so their shoulders aren't at the widest point, you could definitely fit that Infinity Gauntlet. You know, it has a big base, but there's like 3 inches on each side that you could technically have the bust going into that. So I think that's what we'll try to do. You know, but... You know, sometimes on these busts, you know, if there's a really good deal, you just got to jump on it. Now, I've seen some Logan Wolverine, like the one I used to have with the scraped up forehead. I've seen that go for sale for like, I swear, $1,500. I originally paid like $4,000 for that. Oh my gosh, smacking my head. But I still did like that bust, but the likeness definitely was off compared to the proto. I haven't bought it again simply, I mean, due to space, but also... I want to see a new Wolverine bust. With the new movie coming out, I think we might see a Wolverine from the newest movie, and I would like to get that. You know, I think if I was to expand more Marvel, the only place that'd make sense is getting rid of this entire line. You know, keep this as is, but get rid of Aquaman, Joker, Harley, Deadshot, and put Marvel right there. Deadpool and Wolverine with their bust. Like if we got a Deadpool movie bust and Wolverine bust, I'd buy both and move my 1/4 over here. I would definitely do that. You know, I don't think it would conflict with this, and I think that would work good. I am leaning mostly towards doing Venom and Spider-Man over here just because there's more, like, I can back up and see, you know, like, there's more distance to see. Like, right here, that is the max distance, where here I have this. So when I really want to, you know, get back here, you know, I can get better angles, you know, of seeing the bust right there. Yeah, that will definitely work. Anyways, we're going to see that Spider-Man in the next 2 weeks. So I'm excited. I have always wanted it. I just never bought it because I thought it was too expensive. But, you know, I watched Art Statue Collector's review again today before I hit that buy button. And man, it does look really good. I think the likeness is really good, and the armor looks really good. I think the blues are better on the new bust versus that one. You know, it's like it's more vibrant overall, and the base is significantly better. And Tom Holland is my favorite Spider-Man. I love his movies. You know, I'm a big fan of the guy. Loved him in Uncharted. So I'm a big fan. Spider-Man is also my favorite Marvel character. So, you know, I'm definitely down to have two Spidey busts. Frankly, I want the life-size Spider-Man as well. The Queen Studios one. I think that'd be sick to have that and the Tom Holland bust next to it. You know, kind of similar to the, Bale life-size by Queen, and then they have like the little unmasked bust next to it. I want to do that similar with Spider-Man. Of course, I don't have space for that, but if I was to get a Queen life-size, Spider-Man would be it. And at that point, then I would sell that bust, because then I have the life-size. But I'd have the Tom Holland bust with the life-size Spidey. That would be super cool. If I was to get another life-size, I think Spider-Man would be it, though, because I'm a huge fan of Spider-Man. The comics, the video games, the character arc. You know, to me, he is like the Batman in essence, because Batman's the best DC character. Spider-Man's the best Marvel character, in my opinion. You know, best backstory, best arc. I love his fighting, his villains, you know, the Sinister Seven, you know, where Batman has all his cool villains. They're definitely like, those are the two kings, in my opinion, of those universes. Anyways, folks, let me know what you guys think, but we will be getting that bust in hopefully sooner than later. Excited. And just making this video gave me some good ideas on how I'm going to display everything. But I am highly leaning of all 1/4 here and then the bus over there. I think that is going to be the best strategy moving forward. I'm not going to move anything now, but once Spider-Man's like in customs, I'll move everything, because by then my hand will be more healed and it won't be as tough moving some things. I mean, the only really heavy thing is those two, Hulk and Captain Marvel. Everything else isn't too bad. Alrighty, folks. See you later. Have a great day.